All right, and we're live.
Uh,
So I guess just to
nice.
tell everybody what we're doing, I'm in the preliminary stages of creating a podcast. This is my guest, Mason. He's over, where actually are you right now? You're in Texas?
Louisiana, the neighbor.
You're in Louisiana. All right, all right. Well, this is getting around. I'm in Colorado, so yeah, this is great. This is great. So yeah, let's tell everybody what we're doing a little bit, and then we'll get started. I'm trying to do this podcast that helps create an idea or a platform that helps people's ideas grow without the stress that everybody deals with every single day when they come to building their ideas or businesses. And one of the things here is Mason's a student in UI and UX, which is a form of branding and a part of design in the branding world. And so he's going to be helping people understand what it's like to go through an amazing experience without them really realizing that he did anything at all. Like it could be the boxing, it could be the packaging, the labeling, the way people experience. Even my podcast, I'll probably get his help with. Even the website design, like how people experience the product itself, is what he's going to be helping people understand. And we'd like to talk about some of those things with what he's experiencing currently in school, and just with what his first initial thoughts are in creating a business, and kind of just seeing where he's at as a startup in a whole. And so, yeah, Mason, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? Why did you get started in this?
Definitely. This is the opportunity of tying together different pieces of my experience
Mm-hmm.
and seeing opportunity for the future of society and business society and just operations in general. A lot of my
Mm-hmm.
experience is in operations and receiving and inventory, etc. So being able to turn that along with my customer facing experience, my cooking and creative ingredient combinations into a skill set of paying attention to detail,
Mm.
which is required in being able to simplify the process of anybody, you and I, user, getting on a website and trying to accomplish something, figure out how to get from A to B.
Yeah, I like that.
So being able to do that and it just having the user in mind the entire time to simplify it and having it mobile first, because we all know that going forward, like where we're at now, is tablets, it's phones, and now watches, whatever mobile is going to be. So get the preliminary, I say preliminary, looking to be more long term,
Mm-hmm.
seeing this as being preliminary for the long term because of the growth that is showing with society and with technology.
Exactly. And so, of all the things that you could have gone to school for, what were some of the things that you were kind of, balancing on entering? Like, instead of just the two options of UI and UX, was there any other parts of business that you were looking at?
Like that, I got my bachelor already in business, and I started off with my associate. So
Mm.
that's that's a humble beginning as far as associate. It took me 7 years to end up getting my bachelor's, but I took my time. I switched from finance, ended up taking a break, and ended up turning into management. Went to Costa Rica for
Mm.
study abroad, and that broadened my perspective and ended up showing me new opportunities like here right now.
Let
The
me ask you,
part
what did you do in Costa Rica?
we visited 4 or 5 different businesses that handled their operations differently.
Differently bad? Good.
Differently in what?
Differently like bad or differently like good?
Oh no, just showing us the diversity of being able to not only go into Costa Rica, another country, and have the opportunity to see different businesses operate in a certain way, but it's actually seeing these businesses who operate differently in their own certain ways.
Oh.
Kind of like what we're talking about with
Mhm.
trying to get others to see of the opportunity to operate in their own certain ways, or what it is that you like to do, what it is these people who might be viewing eventually would get an idea of being able to have a positive influence in letting others know of how they are coming together with other people and doing things within themselves and their collaborations a little bit differently.
I see. So they're like utilizing their strengths while
Exactly.
helping.
Kind of like what we were talking about with how you're trying to build your podcast.
Yes, exactly. But it's not like you want to sell something. You want to inform people on something.
Exactly. That's why I didn't want to use the word influence. Is that's the word right there. Is inform, inform others, not influence others so much.
Right, right. Yeah, just share it. I mean, it's like, hey, this is the info. Do you like it? Join us again. It's it. It's just like as simple as it gets. Use it if you want it, and judge it if you want it. Leave a comment, whatever.
Definitely.
And it's like I always like to think of feedback as the source of everything. Like whether it's good or bad, I'm gonna read it because, I want to make sure that it's going somewhere other than just. I don't want to create this for myself. I want to create this like for like what everybody else wants to see. Like or it's not even what they want. Maybe it's what they need to see is more important. It's not always easy.
Not. And how we did agree, it seemed like that what holds many of us back is just getting started, not getting started.
Yeah, the fear of getting started. Exactly. Like I definitely was right there.
Yep.
I was right there
Just
with you.
video. Let's get on this video for the first time just to help this process to continue and grow. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, episode 1's gonna probably be the worst one until it's like, until we got about 1,000 episodes under us. Or this is always gonna be like probably slightly haunting me.
I like the mindset of help you, help me.
Yeah. Well, you get your message out. There's no cost to doing this, like on my end. I mean, yeah, I've paid for the Zoom, whatever that is, like not much at all, and that's literally the cost of doing business here.
I said that the wrong way. You're right completely. Help me, help you.
Yes. If people see you transform in any way, shape, or form, I might know what I'm doing. And it's like that's the whole point of this is that if I can help you, then maybe I can help somebody else. And there's already 14 other people ready to line up to get on this, so I'm excited just to see where this goes. So
Oh man. We
yeah.
talked about it a week and a half ago. And
Yeah.
14 people you're talking about having lined up, bro.
I can't sell most stuff that I do, and I can tell people like, hey, I got a podcast that I want to help you with, and like, done, I'm in.
Got it.
Yeah, like when can we do it? I'm like, I didn't realize this was gonna hit off a little bit so fast. Like I thought this was gonna be a struggle, and everybody who likes the idea of giving advice like to people who might need it.
Struggle is real, is what we've been told, right?
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, I gotta be mobile for a second. I got my kid.
We gotta be in 2020 style for a second. Mobile first, right? Yeah, go handle your child.
There he is.
Go help your baby.
I don't know if you've ever seen a kid with a slinky, but it's not a beautiful sight.
Oh, no.
Oh well. Here, Izzy, here's another one. Here, use this one instead. Luckily, it broke in half, so he has 2 slinkies now.
Hey, doesn't this help with what you're trying to get, the organic side of things and just showing it to happen like it is?
Yeah, exactly. Well, and also, I guess we can kind of turn this into like MTV Cribs a little bit, just kind of showing you like a little bit of my house. Like,
I wanted to show my baby off, you know what I mean? If we can see that.
oh, what's your baby?
Let's see. I have to go mobile for a second.
Yeah, where's your baby?
What about this massive, what's that? Fiddle leaf fig. This thing's growing. This thing's growing on me. I need to water it.
No, that's your baby. It's not as loud as mine.
Yeah, that's my baby right there. Look, that thing's growing on me. Oh
Oh
yeah.
my gosh, beautiful.
Oh
That's
yeah.
funny. I thought you had a kid. I was
No,
waiting
no,
for a kid.
yeah. And I gotta lock down my booth first, like where you at, my booth, and then we have my kids.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Yeah, yeah. You're definitely an uncle, huh?
Yeah, Uncle Style, that's it.
That works. That works. My brother's an uncle. I'm pretty sure he's good on kids. And
Yeah.
I
I
got
got two
two.
in the room in Haven. One of them is 16,
Oh
15.
wow. Oh okay. They're grown.
Oh, we got some twins. We got Zai and Xander, and then the oldest is Peyton. And then he's the old. Okay, the twins are 7. So
Wow, you got a whole. Yeah, your family's grown real big.
testosterone in here, man. Got one female.
Yeah. And is it just you in the house still, or?
Oh no, it's how it was just me.
Right, right. And
Oh,
now it's everybody.
him and my brother and his girlfriend,
Yeah.
his wife, man.
Right. Well, what's that like for you? I mean, is it okay? Are you doing all right?
It's nice is what came to mind because it's I've been on her. I've been
Yeah.
on her since I was probably 17.
Gotcha. So yeah. So you know what it's like to have the responsibility and the accountability.
For sure. And then brother and I, we're good. We really are. We've been living together for the last 7 years almost anyways.
Right. Yeah. That's actually good when it comes to communication and everything. People
For
can still learn from all this stuff and apply a lot of communication skills you learn in business and sports and everything like that. You can apply that in love. You can apply that in just daily motivation and everything like that. But a lot of people just kind of stop. People don't mix work and life together, so they kind of see things differently, I suppose.
That's where it seems like it messes with a lot of people.
In
As
what
far
way?
as differentiation between work and life,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
people split that, and leave some of that at home, some of that out there, leave that out.
Yeah. Izzy's upset again. I'm gonna get him an icy
Okay.
just to see if that'll help him.
Cribs 101.
Yep, yep. Real fancy here. Yeah, it's not ideal. Not how I expected to start the first podcast, but it's I don't know. Maybe it's interesting enough to keep people around.
Maybe it is.
But no, thank you so much for being patient. I just yep, gotta raise the kids at the same time. So if I can do it, you can do it. There's no excuses not to make a video. Get your ass on one. But yeah, I'm excited. Like a lot of the nervousness for me really went away when I'm not saying I figured this out. There's already people doing this, but when I figured it out for myself,
Exactly.
I figured out how to bridge that gap for myself to get comfortable, because I don't feel so alone right now. I don't feel so nervous. I feel like more excited than anything, because it's like I got somebody who's got my back, who's ready to look like a fool with me, but is also ready to be successful with me. It's like I want to fail with everybody, but I also want to be successful with everybody. I think that's a big motto of mine that I really want to embody with everybody who comes with us, because one day maybe we can all be making money from this. It's like I don't see why we can't be doing profit sharing. I don't understand like the logistics of everything right this second, but from what I understand, people are making a lot of money on YouTube, and I don't see why we can't share that with the people that we have as guests and help them create their businesses as we just keep on getting more and more viewers. This isn't something you're going to be rich with by tomorrow, but in 7-10 years maybe. Like
Oh yeah. So understand that you can talk about communication for hours.
yeah, yeah.
What is a pointer? What is like a couple or a few or just one main thing that you would give as advice for, just say, like the average man, the average person, of communication, of how to be able to be a better communicator?
That's actually really interesting. With me, I would have told you a million other things, but recently, the last 3 years, I've just been focusing on listening. Like really, really listen and understand that everybody is going to feel an emotion with what you are saying. And if you make somebody feel an emotion, then if you want to move forward from that, you have to basically, like, you have to engage in that emotion. You can't hide from it. If somebody's angry, don't just notice they're angry. Tell them that they're angry. Say, like, I'm sorry I made you angry. Put a title on it so that these people have to determine whether you're right or not. And that's pure communication right there, like, to its greatest form. Because if you're getting on the same page as him before you give advice, then you're going in the right direction. Even if you miss, even if your advice sucks, at least it's on the track of their anger. It's on the track of their happiness, sadness. Like, not everything you're going to say is going to make people feel the same thing. So it's like, it's almost like a map, like, you want to understand how to communicate, because that's going to be your map to a good relationship. It doesn't matter how long you've known somebody. It's like you could wake up on the wrong side of the bed one day and just say something and ruin a great relationship that you've had for years, and all because you just didn't take the time to understand your own emotions, along with, like, wow, how you're going to make these people feel with what you're saying. So how was that?
That was great, because it's humbling. It's humble as came to mind, even though you earlier told me that you're not very humble.
Definitely not.
But it is something whenever.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
Yeah, there we go. We're working on it, man. Considering
Yeah.
others and how it would be affecting others in the communication, that's a humble thing to say.
Thank you. That's really nice of you, seriously, and that's powerful, because I really am trying to work on being humble. The hardest thing is, like, to be in the position that I'm in, you have to talk about yourself a little bit. So it's ironic. It's like, I want to be humble, but then people want to know about me. And then it's like, well, how the heck do I share advice or anything from me? And then it kind of just leads me to understand, like, go more philosophy. Just tell people, don't give anybody, like, what you think politically, religiously. Just give people advice that they can actually use if they used it. Like, if you want a good relationship, listen more. Like, that's pretty vague, but it's also still pretty easy to understand. Does that make sense? Like,
Yeah, it does
like
make sense.
I guess if the next question would be like, well, what does listening mean? I guess then
Well,
that would be another conversation to have.
mhm.
But yeah, so it's like, and to me, it's like, real quick, if you really are to listen to somebody, you you're gonna have like, I met a woman yesterday for like maybe 9 minutes, and the universe basically just brought us together, and we kicked it off so well. She thought it was crazy. She literally thought that experience was a crazy experience, because she's never connected with somebody so fast. And I was like, hey, like, this happens to me all the time. like this is always happening to me. And now I can finally understand why, because I'm talking about the things she wants to talk about, and we're going to do things that she wants to do. And it's been making my life a lot easier, because I happen to be in the industry where I can help in those things. So it's, yeah, like, that's really just changed my life. When you understand what good listening can do, it almost starts the buying process. It's almost it's like the trust process. It's like, that's what it's beginning to start. And that's what I want to do here, is help people understand this kind of, like, idea and mentality, and then see if we can transform anybody in the next week, 2 weeks, 6 weeks, whatever. What's that?
Listening, buying, trust.
Yes, exactly. It's like a little breakdown, huh?
Yeah, just keeping it simple, man. And you
Yeah.
said help be able to transform it, with the other guests coming.
Exactly. And then, so if you were listening and you were curious about something, then ask about it. You know, don't assume you know what the person's talking about. Go deeper. Make sure that they're talking a bunch. Like that. I think they said it's like 80-20. You know, the 80% of the time they should be talking, 20% of the time you should be talking, and that means 80% of the conversation you're just listening. That's hard. It's not easy because you have so much advice that you just want to blurt out right away, and everybody has advice. Like, that's why we just have this info. It's like hopefully the header of the title will be good enough to get people to come here, but it's like, honestly, it's not even about marketing it. It's just about being good enough so that people think it's good enough info to share to somebody else. Be like, hey, these guys are working on something amazing. You might want to get on this now. I don't plan on charging anybody ever, but yeah, I'm not a fortune teller, so
We'll see, huh?
we'll see. Who knows? I mean, the goal is to reach Joe Rogan's. I know this is the first podcast, the first video, and I'm like bringing up Joe Rogan right out the gate. So the goal is to reach Joe Rogan's numbers. There's no set amount of years. I'd say 7. To hit Joe Rogan's numbers in 7 years, we could be giving people around 30 to 35K per video. Like, wouldn't that be crazy? Wouldn't that just be crazy? Like, you just jump on, you have no money, you have a great idea, you just jump on this podcast as a gift. You know, like somebody gifted you the time to come on this podcast. And they're like, yeah, I like your idea, go on here. And then we're like, yeah, let's take them on. We do the thing. We love their idea. We can help them. Whatever we made, whether he wants to do it or not, he's gonna get half of he or she is gonna get half of the video profit. Yeah, exactly. So it's like, why wouldn't you do that? You know, it's like, yeah, because you want to make more money, but this isn't about money for me.
Being a cook, where is it? That's why I did that. So I went for money, and then I realized because
spread
with seasoning stuff, you know what I mean? Yeah, and so
like,
whatever.
I don't want to get sued by that guy who does the.
Oh no! No! So not gonna be sued by that at all. But look, that's where I'd be making pizzas. All right, I'd be making pizzas and coming up with pizza specials and having good success with it. And that's what would get me to be thinking about that. I'd be exercising my entrepreneurial spirit because I'm coming up with these pizza specials. It's like, man, I don't want to be in this restaurant right now. I don't really want to be in this industry at all right now is what it would be like. But this is where my experience is at. This is where the money's at. So let me actually put my mental creativity skills out there and end up creating it as a building block or I would be using it as exercise.
Yes.
Mental exercise.
It's training, and you have to do it.
Training.
My brain hurt when I was learning how to negotiate. Like, so shout out to Chris Voss in his book, Never Split the Difference. Like, seriously, that book has changed my life. I think I messaged like 30 people just to be like, yo, do you know anything about negotiations? Like, I need to talk to somebody about this, because it's like learning another language. Nobody spoke negotiations, so it was like just talking to myself all the time. And I would do it to my kids. Like, I would ask them certain questions that, you know, was like from the book, and just to kind of practice, like training my brain to talk to people like this, and to help train my brain to practice to train to talk to my kid like this when he grows up. Because, you know, this is important stuff.
Man. So you've been doing things. Now, we haven't met until the last month, not even
Right.
probably. All right. So you already gone through that as far as training yourself and having that in mind as far as the future, as far as how it would affect your future and the future of your child, your children.
Right.
While I was going through similar things like I just mentioned, and it's like now we end up crossing paths, and it's just pretty cool, man.
It's odd how it happened.
Yeah, definitely. What else came to mind of what you were talking about of 80 and 20? What else do you know about branding? Do you know of anything about branding and how you tie that in with the 80-20 principle?
Yeah, so it's gonna be like, branding is very interesting because like it's a vague term, like a lot of things in business. Like, it's just jargon that people should understand just by saying it. But like it's just like asking like, well, what does the definition of listening really mean? What's the definition of branding? Everybody's going to have a different version of what they think branding is. And I can't even say that the version I have is right. This is just what I've been learning. And some of the things is like, branding is like a voice, it's like the way you look, the way that you talk. I think branding really starts right here, right now. Like before anybody knows who you are creating the brand, because you have to sell yourself. So whatever people see you as, that is your brand. Like, I think I'm a nice stand-up guy, but there's 1,000 to maybe 10,000 different versions of what people think of me as. So what you want to do is get a majority of those views to be positive, and then make that your brand. Because like you might even have to ask some people what they like about you to figure that out. But you should know some good qualities about yourself. And if you don't, definitely figure those out, because that's your brand. Your brand is your hobby. Your brand is what you're doing. Like, my brand is helping people for free, like for as long as possible, with an opportunity to make some money from it. But if you want to hire me for branding services, like consulting one-on-one behind the scenes, you don't want to talk about your problems online on a real live video call, that's what you're going to pay for. Everything else is free, because it's all on here. It's all in front of the people. You want to create a business, we can do it all at like all online for the people. But if you want to do it in private, you got to pay for that. So for branding here, like the most important thing, like, for you to understand is like, be yourself as fast as possible, because that's what these videos are going to be. We're just talking, and there's no script. I'm not looking at any notes at all. This is 100% just off the cuff. We started talking. I did a whatever intro, like, you know what I mean? And then like, I don't even know how we're going to end it. Like, my whole thing is like, this is a show. So yeah, we'll be done for today, but you'll be back tomorrow or in 2 days or in 3 days doing another one. And I'm going to post that up. And that's the brand, is that like, is that we get the job done. Sorry about that. Izzy got upset.
They that UFC comparison.
UFC comparison. Tell me about that.
Remember the other day I mentioned something about UFC, all right? In the beginning stages, it was not as structured.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
They had guys wearing whatever they wanted to wear. They had guys wearing the whole karate outfit.
Yeah. Well, I definitely want Joe Rogan's attention, so we're saying his name and his industries that he's a part of. So maybe you can recognize us, man.
Is that bamboo? Is that a bamboo? That's a bamboo plant you have behind you, huh?
Oh yeah, the bamboo one. It's the only thing I can keep alive than my kids. But plant-wise, it's like, it's the only thing I can never keep alive. Oh, look at that thing. It's tiny.
It's growing on.
Yeah, bamboo plants are awesome, man. They're really easy to take care of. Like, I haven't killed it yet. If I can take care of one, everyone can take care of one. Seriously, I don't know. I don't even know if I can drown it. Here is he. So sorry about the getting up so much on this one. Hopefully, I'll be able to get some babysitters and stuff when we schedule out some more. But if you don't mind, I don't mind.
No, I don't mind. But I'm saying, looking for like the big picture of it, like that'll be what helps with the growth, is what it seems like,
Yeah, well, I think just the organicness of it. Like, I don't want to put this on any ads or anything. I'm just going to be sharing it with people, like from my LinkedIn profile, people on my Facebook, like, I'll get it around. Like, there's about like 3,000, 4,000 people right there alone, but that's not obviously going to be not everybody's going to be interested in it, obviously, and not even probably 20% of the people will even see it, but at least that's some views. And then you can get your people involved by saying like, hey, I'm on this podcast. I'd love it if you checked it out. I mean, like I said,
what's up? It's like, come on now, let's get it. Let's do something about it.
I was saying this before to my mom. I was like, every time, I think I told you this too, every time I try to start something, like, nobody cares that I'm doing it, but then I involve other people, or it's not even I involve other people. I notice other people doing stuff that's like way worse or something, like worse, whatever that means, worse than me, and everybody just eats it up. And I'm like, what is happening? So I think I'm just going to start combining that, like stop fighting the energy, combine the energy, and just be a part of it. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It's just like the stupidest thing. Maybe some other people have had experiences like that
A
too.
little bit like take nuggets from the experiences that we have.
Yes, and everybody has them, and I want to learn them all. Like I want to get advice from everybody about what you're doing, what's working, what are your challenges, um, what are your solutions. You know, it's like,
What solutions, man? It's not to
yeah,
be about a problem focus. It's be solution focused. You know.
yeah. It's like, but we got to start at the cause. You know, it's like I want people to understand like why people got to where they got to, and then what caused them to get out. And if I'm even that reason, hell, that's good publicity right there, and good proof of context that like it works. Because I have business morals that I got from basically like Mike Winnett and Steven from CoffeeZilla. These people are amazing. They're amazing content creators because they're going about how they're exposing fake gurus. You know, they're going around exposing how, like, if you take this online course for $1997.97, you'll be from point A to point B. You'll transform from here to here, and then it's like it doesn't work, and then people get blamed. You know, it's like they blame the person for not doing enough work. They didn't do the course, and yada yada yada. And I'm like, yeah, statistically, I guess you're right, but Steven from CoffeeZilla like figured out that it's really, really low amounts of people are successful in like multi-level marketing or like these get rich quick schemes, that whatever other ways that they're coming about it. And if you don't do it the right way, where you create decent content, you actually are sharing stuff like this, like where people can connect to, you're just going to come off as a salesman, you know. And the hard work that they're saying that they don't do is that they don't call their friends and family enough. And I'm like, dude, like that's like the worst marketing tool that you could have is your friends and family, except for like if they're rich. Like they leave that part out. Like these people have to be rich if they're your friends and family and you're starting your own business. You have to have a network of rich people, or a network of so many people coming in that it doesn't matter what they're paying, because you just have so much volume coming in. And that's where it kind of, you get stuck. And that's where I got stuck. Like what am I supposed to do? So I created this to fix that.
Good, because that's something that you have more experience in as far as the MLMs.
What's that, failing?
No, no, no. As far as going deeper in with it.
Oh, deeper in, yeah. Well, I was gonna say on that, failure, like failure is the best teacher.
Yeah, of
Like it,
course.
like I
I
failed
love
so many times just to get right to here, and
glad
now I
you
want to.
advanced that point because I've said that
Yeah,
recently too, man. If you end up failing and we learn something, then that's a win right there.
yeah. No, and I've learned a lot. Like every single time we talk, like I'm learning I got to get my kids taken care of, you know, before I do these podcasts, and to make sure he's okay, because
For
he's
sure.
tired. He's tired as heck. Oh, he's got something in his tooth.
If it's something, if that's what I could provide you as far as value through me being in like the first one, then that's what I like to be able to have been in that position to provide.
Right. Oh, and I appreciate it too, because it's not just about your time, you know, it's like, it's so much more.
Exactly,
Like,
man.
I don't have an option of paying you right now, you know, but it's like, this will be an opportunity to get paid from.
I have
And you
gotten
see value in that
I have gotten value from you without
before all of that.
having to
Yeah.
pay anything before all this.
Right.
Exactly.
And that's what I want people to be encouraged about. Like, it's like, so when leaders ask questions like us, it's like, it gives people an idea of comfortability. Like, nobody wants to be the first one, right? In anything, buying, trying, dancing. Yeah, nobody likes to be the first one. So it's like, yeah, it's not the worst thing in the world. And it's like, and honestly, you, in your experience, like you've gotten things that I would normally charge for, you know. It's like things that like I would ask for a percentage from, or yada yada yada, like this service costs this. And it's like that kind of life, it just seems so much more stressful. I'd rather make this and hone in on people who want to come in on this kind of stuff. Like why would we just keep reaching out to everybody hoping they like what we say, versus just say what we want to say and people will join us? So yeah. What are you
Oh,
laughing about?
well, I heard all that because that's completely, I agree. I'll answer that you asked because I just looked at the last second. I got this.
we looking at the picture?
Yeah. And it just got my attention right at the end of what you were saying as far as having people come in, and that's just an example of like this a nugget, like having something from whatever life experiences. Because
Exactly.
that's one thing that I got from helping some guy move some furniture from point A to point B. That
Well,
was,
yeah.
that was something he didn't want. I was like, oh, I can hold on. You can give me that then. I can have that then. He's like, okay, yeah. But then I remember having the Rolling Stones song "Wild Horses."
Well, to make sure I can't hear that because we'll get sued for that too.
Oh, yeah, okay, I got you. We're gonna have to actually play it then.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
I actually have to play it right here then, so it's not like we end up doing anything. You know what I mean? Like that's trying to
Don't play it.
do
Don't play
anything
your
illegal.
music.
Don't play it.
Yeah. Don't play. Don't play it. Yeah.
Let it out.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I don't want to. I don't want to have to go back and edit it. I just want to do a one and done.
Definitely.
I mean, technically, I'm not even sure if you could hear the music from the Hasbro toys. Like, I don't even know if that's gonna be an issue. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
You're thinking about that. Glad for you for having that thought about for sure, man.
You gotta be in a business mindset 24/7. I mean, and the thing is like I'm also a parent 24/7, so it's like I'm in that parent and business mindset 24/7. So it's like, it's daunting, man. It is daunting.
Experience, man.
But I'm trying to make it so it's possible for everybody, you know? It's like if I can do this with my kid crying in the back, like I don't see why anybody else can't feel comfortable doing it. Like I'm going to post this with confidence and I don't care what anybody says. And in that, we're going to get like attention from that, you know? And that's all we want to do is we want to get attention on giving people advice, you know, giving people information. Take it or leave it, right? It's like the ball's in your court. If you want to do anything with this info, you can. One of the main things from this is you got to start making videos. Like you just got to start. And then episode 1 will turn into episode 1,000.
Yeah, and that's where it's at nowadays as far as grasping people's attention is shown it's video.
Yeah, and
Social
it doesn't
media
even have to be.
it's shifted to have it go live.
Yeah. Oh man, we gotta do some more MTV Cribs here, dude. My kid is so tired he can't consolidate himself. Here, come on. Hold on. I'm gonna show everybody how to put a kid to bed. Tip 1.
There you go, man. That's it.
Like this is what I should have been doing for the last 3 years. Is just making video content. How to put my kid to sleep.
Going forward, man.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. You got the blankie. I'll go put the noise on for you, my little man. Now that's thunderstorm set at 8. No, I'm just kidding. But he loves the white noise. I don't know if you know much about white noise.
Yeah, it helps a lot of people, man. It is good. I've been putting my fan on at night recently too.
I love you. I love you. And we put him to sleep.
There we go.
Can you still hear him?
Oh yeah, he's good.
He's like, yeah, he's just a little whiny. He gets so cranky when he's tired.
Yeah, he's a little nappy poo.
Oh, he falls asleep. Like I can walk away, he'll be crying. I'm like, he's not even crying. He's like whining. And then like 5 minutes, not even, like 30 seconds later, he's asleep. And I have to go in there and take his tablet or whatever. I'm like, yoink. But no, this is so fun, man. Like I love not having a script. I love like the stress just kind of like washing away. And this is still episode 1. So it's like we got a lot to learn. We got a lot to do. We got a lot to talk about. So it's like, I don't know what if you want to make this like a weekly thing or daily thing. I'm totally down. I obviously can't do daily with everybody, but this since the beginning we have the time. So we have the time to get you in.
Yeah, let's do the weekly.
Hold on, you're cutting in and out.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah. You say weekly?
Yeah, it seems like it. I'd like to see how this goes. I mean, I was looking forward to. I said I was. I am looking forward to that woman that you have tomorrow.
Yeah, that's the one I was actually talked about a little bit today, like who was so thought it was so crazy that we spoke and connected like that. Yeah, and
Yeah,
everybody who's watching this, I don't even know what day it is. I haven't been looking at. So it'll be Friday, August the 14th. Be doing it around probably. She's in Canada, so she's 2 hours ahead of me.
sure.
So yeah, this message is getting around. um, yeah, so let's see. If it's
Exciting,
two
man.
hours ahead of me, it'll probably take me an hour to post it. Maybe I honestly don't know when I can post it because everything goes to the Zoom cloud. So I have no idea how long it takes for the Zoom cloud to even send me the email saying, "Hey, your video is done." Because this is going to be about 40 minutes, maybe 30 minutes. I have no idea. Um, and so, yeah, I have no idea how this is going to work. But by the next video, when I'm on with her, I should have an idea. So by tomorrow, I should know a little bit more. Maybe I'll just throw a little bit of info out there being like, this is how long it's going to take me per video.
Good, good, good. You know, we got kinks. We got to work the kinks out.
Yeah, I really don't know them. I really don't.
So essentially, you're learning them
Yes.
now. You know, that's it.
Yeah, well, remember the first one that we tried to do just didn't even work. So it's like, look, there's gonna be errors. Anybody who's looking into doing videos, like, and you're just nervous about messing up, do it. Make sure you mess up big too, because
Ooh,
the more you learn,
ooh.
yeah, dude, yeah, hit that with
Fail,
that,
man.
hit them with some
Fail and learn
knowledge.
from it. Just learn from it. All right. It's like just make,
Yeah, you got to.
just get it. You know.
Yeah, but yeah, is there anything else that you want to say before we get off? I just want to make sure that.
Other than whenever I just saw you doing that right there, I got this as a tip whenever talking and not wanting to be like putting your hands out or like pointing at somebody. That's really what it was, not pointing. Is that something
Yeah,
you've heard?
I use my, I point like this instead of
Okay.
like that. I point
Yeah,
with my thumb. That's how public speakers, like politicians, are taught how to point.
I
So
got
it's like, yeah, like
you.
you cannot do that.
Yes, yes, exactly,
I
exactly.
did
Because I
not
was
have
thinking, like,
sex
you might
with
want
that
to do
woman.
that all the time, but that's a little bit different. But okay, yeah, like that for sure. I got you. Yeah, that's good
Yep.
advice. Good advice.
Yep, exactly. And I mean, there's a lot of things that are kind of like subliminal, it's like the way that you hold your body, even me hitting my nose, touching your face. When you touch your face after you talk, it's actually very distrusting. So try not to touch your face after you say a fact or something. Like, you can trust me.
Yeah, I got you.
You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, it's like this is going to be a fun experience. I can tell. It's like, thank you for asking some questions too. That's always nice to be
Yeah.
asked too. But yeah, if you want to say anything to anybody, shout out to anybody, or like people that have maybe a book that has helped you. If you have any advice that you want to share, please feel free to do so.
All right. So what came to mind is genuine, but also what came was like tagged along with that. It was right after it came as we all have something that seems to be from earlier stages in life that we may have gotten away from, and and it seems as if we've lost it, but it's like really come to find out it's like no, we haven't quite lost it. I know that for myself, and tying that in with UX design because of how I taught myself banner design 7th and 8th grade. So I mean, realizing later stages in life, 29 years old now, it's like, okay, that's something that I really have as a not even a skill I've learned recently is, but it's of a mindset.
Hmm.
So if we can get that in the mind that we still have the capacity and something that we may have lost before, and then that's encouraging to realize that we still can get a hold of it and be productive and successful with it now and going forward. And I didn't think I had touched my face because that was just my temples. That's my head, you know? I didn't touch my face after that.
No, you're good, man.
Yeah, man. So just encouraged to like stay true.
Okay. I like that. I mean, what's been hard? What's been like the hardest thing for you?
Naysayers, negativity, you know, and that's why I kind of laughed also, like, because here we are now.
Yep. I mean,
Was thought to be some crazy guy for so long. All right, yeah. Mason done gonna lost his mind.
I get that a lot too,
Oh, the
because like,
world coming to an end. Always
yeah.
the world. Oh, the world's coming to an end. It's like, oh, here we are now. Where's your mask? Where's my mask at right now? You know what I mean? The world came to an end. Like we knew it.
And we're still working. Here we are.
And here we are, though. Yeah, exactly. Like new era, like the branding that had come across. You know, the different stages, and saying that 2020 is now it's social.
Yes. Yes.
Now all this that we have gone through is putting us in different places in life, not the physical places, but I mean there's a place in a norm that we never knew before.
Right. And so just to be clear with everybody listening, we don't have a business for Mason right this second. And what I'm hoping to do is have Mason show up every week or day or whatever he wants to do. And we want to show you the process of what it's going to be like for him to create his business, whether he goes in with UX or maybe he wants to create something else until he has that. We're going to show you what it's like to really take your idea and do something with it. There's not a lot of people doing this. If there are, please leave a comment with that below, because I really don't know anybody doing what I'm doing to the fullest extent. So if you'd like to hear more, just let me know, and let us know what your challenges are and what you're struggling with, because we would like to try to help you, whether it's on this podcast or not. You know, we want to give some advice and just be there for you guys and let you know that you're not alone doing this. Mason, do you have anything you want to say?
I think that you just said it, and it's just about those questions, you know, to be able to have input to grow together, you know, as we all go through these life shifting times.
Yeah, let's grow our value by asking much, much better questions.
Being proactive about this newness that we all have, you know?
Yeah. Oh, and that's who we're talking to. We're talking to people who aren't comfortable with doing this. You know, that's who I really want to help out first. Like, everybody who's comfortable can just come and watch and just go take the idea and go do whatever. But it's those who aren't comfortable that I really want to help. You know, it's like, let's make them comfortable and then let's help their idea grow. Everybody wins. The customers, the clients, the viewers, the audience, they win. You win because you get free marketing. You know, it's like you get free advice, you get everything basically for free, and it's an opportunity for you to make some money. You know,
the mindset of you know, collaboration as well. We're talking
yes, absolutely. The growth is the most important thing for a business, and then obviously being able to handle it. But without anybody coming in, like, I've already got a couple calls coming in and I haven't even done the podcast yet. like I haven't even posted this yet. So and we got calls coming in. So it's like,
we talk about it and end up talking about, you know, not starting being what holds so many of us back.
Yeah.
So not being hypocritical was something where I really took it as like, I gotta be willing to be out of the comfort zone and volunteer to be the first one on your podcast.
Yep. And I had to do it too, because I can't say you have to make videos and then just teach people how to make videos and then never make a video myself. That, like, yeah, touching my face, like, while I'm talking, you know, it's like, because I don't trust myself when I say that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't say that kind of stuff.
Exactly. You just said that. You took it out of my mouth. You can't say that because, I mean, like, that. Where's the credibility of that even anyways?
Yeah. To be like people who can't. What is the saying? Those who can't do teach. That doesn't really work here because you have to know what you're doing, and you can't teach something you've never done. So like you can't just take hypotheticals from everybody. Like the fact that I now know to get started is the most important thing
What
sometimes.
did, what did you do in the restaurant business?
Oh, I was a server.
Okay, that's where I started, all right? Why I just did that is because that was me rolling dough,
Yeah,
spinning,
throwing dough.
spinning dough, spinning not money dough,
You're like real dough, like pizza dough.
yeah, making pizzas. But yeah, man,
Crazy.
so when I be making my creative pizzas and having success, people loving them.
Yeah.
Sitting here like, yeah, I'm sitting here spinning dough, exercising like we already talked about, exercising that
Yes.
entrepreneurial
Absolutely.
spirit and mindset. Yeah, I'm spinning dough, but yeah, also know that dough is money. So like maybe later on, this entrepreneurial spirit is gonna have me having like spinning some dough like that. You know what I mean?
Oh, and that's investing for you too. I mean, why not? Why not just do both?
Yes.
Why not have your business and do and help other people's businesses? That's kind of what I'm trying to do. It's like you have the lié side of the business, and then you have David's diverse design. Then you have my friend Trenton's, which is social media investors. You know, and then it just keeps connecting your company, whatever you choose to make it. So that's four companies right there. That's an eight. We're basically creating a branding agency, you know, like in front of everybody. Like as we connect with everybody and everybody's services are known, then we share their message on here. They get some publicity, and also they get experience. They get a free video that they can use for anything they want. However many times they make videos, they have that many free videos. Like I think this is going to change the world, you know, because we're
Because
giving
what?
people who don't have a chance a chance.
Definitely, I love it. I love people and I love giving people chances. So I love that.
Yeah, exactly. And I
So
know trust is not huge in business, and I'm trying to. We've
something
got to change that.
we've talked about that as far as business ethics.
Yeah,
A
yeah.
big
There's not a
thing. As
lot.
far as showing this, happen from ground zero as far as like we've talked about it and then it's like now we're sitting here before all these 14 guests that you already have lined up.
Right. Yeah, and then you get to create like your first show from it hypothetically. So if you even used me or not, we can talk about ideas, and then you get to post this, and then you get to talk to your crew about it and your team, and then you guys get to all bounce ideas off, and we can even have like an entire. We can have like I don't want to say like it's a like the big corporations like 100 people or whatever, but if there's multiple people, we can have multiple people on the show. You know, if there's partners, like if you have a partner with somebody, bring them both on. You know, it's like both people will be interviewed at the same time.
That's what's going to have to happen.
Yeah, we're interviewing the business, you know what I mean, and then the people are just the voice and the soul of the
Sure.
business.
Yes.
So yeah, because we can't train businesses, we can only
Oh,
train people, you know.
man, whenever stuff happens as far as like, yeah, big wig corporation style, a lot of times the connection with people is what gets lost, even though that's what got you there in the first place.
Yeah, I think I've heard somebody say they know a lot of people in leadership. They know a lot of people in authoritative positions, but they're not good leaders. I think Simon
Right.
Sinek said that.
That's for sure, man. I've studied some stuff like that too. There's a difference between a manager
Hmm.
and a leader.
Right.
Difference
I'm
between a
I'm going
boss
down that. I'm
and a
hoping
leader.
to go down that leadership role. Hoping, but you know, we can only hope and then do.
That's something for sure. You could even end up getting like a synopsis of like breaking down
Oh, okay. I'll write that down.
the the certain questions that may be, or if they're not questions like this one hasn't been so many questions, but like talking points that would be at like, oh, you broken down like at this minute and second mark,
Uh-huh.
we have this topic that's coming up. So some people can end up just going straight to that certain point that they end up seeing to get their attention.
That's perfect. And
and
just
I
to keep them
provide
interested.
the benefit that they're looking for. Yeah, keep them
Yeah,
interested. Oh, exactly.
I think we'll have to do that when we create a team. I mean, I'll try to do that when I'm by myself, because everything right now is just me recording, and then I have to wait for the thing on Cloud to tell me that it's ready. Then I got to edit, like not edit it, but I got to put it up on YouTube. And then from there, I'm going to share it to LinkedIn and Facebook and all my friends, that I think would like it. And then that's where you need to share to your people too, because I can't share to your people. It's just,
Definitely looking forward to that, man. Because I've got these widows and orphans in Kenya, and that's a big part of what is getting me motivated to follow through with creating my business and gaining. Uh, it's not certification so much, but it's portfolio, getting experience
yeah.
of creating what we're talking about creating.
Yeah, well, we should probably go into that. I wrote it down so we don't forget about it. We should probably go into that next time, because that sounds pretty interesting.
Yeah, it does sound interesting, man. And I'm glad that we've got to this point of that, no doubt.
Yeah, we started at like an intro to like
Exactly.
this craziness, man. Like I love it.
It just organically happened, man.
Yep. And then the next time we could be a little bit more focused, only because now we have a couple things that we've already talked about. So now we can just keep moving forward.
Sure.
So this is
Definitely.
just exactly how we're supposed to do it. I mean, I feel like it's going good. The thing is, you can't
What is
like, how can you really tell the future? You know what I mean? Like you
yeah,
can't
it's the truth, man.
like, I know that this is good info, but I can't force somebody to be like, yeah, I'm going to share this. It's like they got to want to share it.
Of course, and I just want to know some like right here and just boom. It's like it blows my mind that
Yeah.
we're here right now, man, because of having vision to see things. Of course, it's not clear, but to be this
Like we're trying.
chaotic and stuff.
Mhm.
I'm talking about like society, man, and like seeing flood and rioting and stuff. I said flood. I've seen floods. I was thinking it was near home.
Mm,
They had floods a couple of months ago. That was one of them was in Kenya, where I was talking about
gotcha.
Vincent over in Kenya, who is one who is for the main guy who helps with these widows and orphans.
Okay.
And we've been in contact for a good 7 years or so.
And what do you guys talk about mostly?
Man, it's we know each other through faith in Jesus Christ.
Okay, so you guys were a part of the same church at one point,
So
or
we just
or a
connected
group?
the internet.
Okay, so yeah, connected through a group. Cool.
Yeah, it was from somebody I'm not even tied in with nowadays.
Religion's a big thing. I mean, I don't want to talk about
Yeah,
religion. I'm not saying you can't. I'm saying I don't want to base everything off religion, because I want to hit everybody that it's supposed to hit. You know what I mean?
and there's a difference between religious.
And religion or something.
Religion is man's structure.
Interesting.
Religion is whenever man came in and started turning things and doing things differently than what the scripture actually even says the way that it's supposed to be.
Interesting. I don't know too much about the semantics on the whole. I mean, I was raised Jewish, so it's like I was bar mitzvahed and confirmed. I did the works and everything, but after that, I mean, my studies basically ended, and then I just lived my life the way that I thought morally I should have lived my life. Help everybody. That's how I live my life, and I'm a broke person because I helped everybody. And now it's like, how can we make some money while helping everybody? It's like,
So that's how we met, and I saw he told me they had floods and they were losing some lives.
really?
People weren't making it, man, because houses were being washed away.
Okay. Wow.
Because they got houses, some of them are, in the
A-
slum. It's
And
a
you're
shame.
working on a volunteer program, or what are you working on?
I'm working on getting, they have a farming project
Oh,
that
wow.
needs it to be funded, eventually. And I've got the papers that were sent to me,
What kind of
and
papers? What are we talking about?
breaking it down as far as the money that it would take, and
What are we talking? How much are you need
I don't remember it off the top right now, but it's not that.
ballpark?
Yeah, like 10
Like,
to 30.
oh,
10
okay,
to
so not 100,000.
No, no, not at
Okay,
all. And
that shouldn't be
that
too
would
bad.
be just for the first year and a half.
So
So that
30 to 40 grand would cover a year's and a half's worth of work for that.
of getting this project to get to the place of being self-sufficient and sustainable.
Interesting. And then how
Because
long
there's
do you
a
guys think
market.
it'll take? You guys saying it'll only take a year and a half to get them there?
A year and a half of having these
Resources.
resources exactly would get them to be in a point to where that they don't need the support anymore because there's
Wow.
a thriving local market to sell.
Wow.
Yeah, like we've got farmers market and stuff nowadays. So there's a
What do you,
market they have over there, man, and it's something that's like kind of gut wrenching because of the fact that I
yeah,
saw on this one coast, it is the slum, and
sure.
that's where they're at. And
Okay.
on this other coast, and it's a small country.
Uh-huh.
It's a small country. The other coast has got so much of 2020
Right. Modernized.
structure of advanced structures that are being built.
That's disgusting. Yeah. And they're looking it's like looking at like Sao Paulo, Brazil and like living in a mansion.
Exactly. It's a trip, man. It just seems to be that if more people, more of us, would be willing to just even pass the word out,
Mm.
because we talking about getting this message out, getting this shared.
Yep.
So it's like just a share of these different events, not even events, these different
Scenarios maybe?
places. What do you say?
Scenarios? Like these different
Scenarios,
scenarios that
exactly.
people are in?
Places in society, scenarios that people are going through the places and through the world.
Yeah.
If we could just pass that more so, then of course it seems as if it may just end up leading to it happening organically, kind of like we talked about how this has happened.
Right. We just connected. Yeah.
We see how things have happened in this world that we are living in now, how it is in our country. It's like, how can we help within our own country, our own people? How can
Yes.
we help other places? I think
Hmm.
that might kind of, that might balance things out a little bit and settle some of this mayhem that has been going on.
Yeah. Because you're absolutely right. I agree 100%. I can't like word it better. Like I want to try to add to it, but it's just I don't want to muck it up. So it's like that's exactly where I'll leave it like that. If you want to add to it, please do. I agree so much with what you're saying.
It's humbling, and I'm so glad that we have gotten to the point of agreeing. Thanks for
Yeah, we never agree, by the way. No, I'm just kidding.
exactly. We never agree, and then you come in here saying that. No, okay, now we agree.
Like, all right, I'll buy your services. No, I'm just kidding. It's like that's it, folks. Like you gotta just agree with your people, and then boom, they buy your services. That's it. No, but no, this is awesome. Like I
Yeah, it's
love the
good, man.
idea
I'm
that
glad it happened.
like what if we were making enough money to be able to donate? You know what I mean? Enough money to be able to donate to these causes that we believe in. What if we could get those people on the people who are struggling onto our podcast? What if we could get those people views and we could even pay them? You know what I mean? And not in a payment like thanks for working, but as in like a bonus, as in like a thanks for your advice, thanks for sharing the world. Here's some money to go fight for your cause. Like we're not trying to help like bad people. We only want to help people who are struggling. We want to help people who want to help other people and don't know how, and or want advice on how. Like You want to lead your people better. Like, we have people to connect you with. like it's not just me. I know so many people that are willing to help others that I'm creating a podcast for everybody to just voice their advice. So if you have any advice, let us know, please. And if you liked what you saw, let us know. If you didn't like what you saw, let us know. Like, and let us also know whatever you want to learn about. Like, I can't read your mind until I learn what you guys want to know. We're just going to be making these videos and trying to give as much free advice as possible, and showing you the process as much as possible of how to get how to get to your next point in life, and how to overcome obstacles, and just really transform yourself into the person you're supposed to be.
Looking
So how
forward
is that?
to it, man. It's well spoken. Well, you just ended up. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I'll probably end up. If you want, we can get going, and then let's get on the line, and we'll schedule up another Zoom, and then we will see everybody next time. Thank you so much for joining us. This is awesome.
Yes.
Take care, man.
Thank you, Ed. Take care.